Welcome to our Financially Forward Masterclass series. And we've done two modules so far, and we are on the second session of the third module. And it's going to be our 11th session. So I'm just doing a recap of what we've done so far. And I'm Smita, chartered accountant and a coach. And I'll be co hosting this show with Poonam. Before I hand it over to Poonam, I'm doing this recap. So the first session which we did was on the money basics and daily finance. We talked about cards, basically debit and credit cards and the credit score there. Then we talked about decoding your salary slip, and then we talked about budgeting and then the emergency fund. That was all about the money thing. Then we talked about savings and investment in the second module, which was about mutual fund, PF, REITs, etc. And also we talked about I think health insurance also there, and also goal-based savings. And last session was also interesting for us because we started with the financial planning linked to the career, basically. So first, so we did another interesting session last on Friday. Now today we are with another interesting topic, which is for your people who are self-employed and entrepreneurs as well. So yeah, let me hand it over to Poonam so that she can start the session today, and then we'll take it forward from there.
Hello everyone, Poonam this side. And today's topic is smart investment for freelancers and self-employed. We daily see self-employed people around you, be doctors, chartered accountant, artists, or maybe a kirana wala. We all see this around. And one thing is good about freelancers and self-employed is that they are their own boss. They don't have to follow the instructions or decisions of someone. They have the time flexibility, but at the same time, those who are self-employed, they have to take care of the multiple things. Like unlike the salaried employee, for salaried employed, like their training need is taken care by their employer. Their promotion need to some extent is taken care by their employer, and to their retirement purpose, their employer reinvest, maybe deduct some amount from their salary or from their own pocket and deduct somewhere, deduct and deposit in the PF for their retirement. But being a self-employed, being your own boss, you don't need to just take this, enjoy this freedoms, but there are many other things, many other aspects that you need to take care of yourself. You need to be your training manager, you need to be your HR manager, you need to be your CFO. You have to play multiple roles if you are a freelancer or self-employed. And today's topic is smart investments for self-employed and freelancers. So investments is one where we get return, and the smart investment is one where we just plan accurately and get the desired result that we want. So smart investment is the financial session does not mean the investment in terms of money. It includes the many aspects. It includes the aspect on investing on yourself, investing on your business, and investing in your retirement or future. Because being the self-employed, if you do not work on your skill, then you are the asset capital of your business. And if you do not invest on this, then soon your business will be redundant because it is dependent on you. So investment on self is very important. Like in the salaried employees, their employer take care of their promotion and the growth need, but they train. But here, you do not have your income. In the case of self-employed, they have the unstable income and no fixed income, monthly income. So sometimes very high and sometimes very less. They if just they maintain and do not do, then what will happen? They have to build their business, just not to run their business. They have to build their business so that they need to run their business, not run to build their business in such a way it become a system and which automatically start generated income after few years down the line. So that's you need to not only invest in yourself, you need to regularly invest your business as well. And at the same time, the PF and all these requirements which is taken care by your employer, you are your HR and finance manager, then you need to think from today that what amount of money should I invest so that my retirement and future would be safe and secure. You need to own that responsibilities as well. So you are the driver of your own car who need to take care of everything from the tire, petroling, taking your license and everything. So being self-employed, you have a bigger responsibility, and that bigger responsibility is investment in various terms. And in a while, we will see that in real life, what are the various professions and how we can invest, smartly invest in ourselves, in business, as well as for the future growth. Smita, would you please share your screen to the audience? uh, and tell that's how in real life what are the real examples, because we are into the different professions, how in the real lives we can do three investment parallelly that Smita will share with us.
Yeah. So before I share the screen, I just want to add here that, yeah, there are three things you need to take care when you are an entrepreneur or a self-employed, or you're doing freelancing or doing something creative field, is that invest or take care of yourself first. That is a personal, how you are showing up for yourself in terms of money, in terms of physicality, emotions, and and you need to be there for yourself. That is your personal thing. Then you have to also look at your business, how it's growing. So when you've taken care of yourself and your work, the third thing comes is your future. What's the future for yourself as well as your business as well, or the work which you're doing? So yeah, these are the, if you segregate or put it into three categories and take care of all the three, nourish it very well, then only you can have a very fulfilling life. So if you don't, for example, if you're putting too much hours and work life balance is not there because of your work, then your personal life is going to go for a toss. So that boundary or work life boundary has to be there. And there are a lot of important stuff, like you mentioned that you need to be your own you have to manage everything on your own. So it's like you're creating your own life, or you're designing your life here. So you can so when you design your life, you need to be a CFO of your life, the in charge of your life, and take all the shots to make sure that it's becoming successful. And it doesn't mean it's a straight road, it's going to be a roller coaster journey. So yeah, we'll just share something in the screen now with various professions and what you can take into account if you are part of those professions as well. So in case you're a yoga instructor, you want to start your own businesses, so then there are like a lot of investment you need to do in terms of skilling. So knowledge is very important, and you need to upgrade, upskill as well. So in similarly, we'll show you different professions and how you can look at it. Let me share my screen first. So is my screen visible?
Yes, Smita.
Yeah. So this is the initial the topic, that smart investment for freelancer and self-employed women. But yeah. So one of the profession which we've taken first is your photographer and videographer. So what does it mean? So the way we have divided is like invest in yourself, which means skilling, mindset, and learning. So you should have a growth mindset when you are going to a field which is not known to you. And for investing in your business means having your tools, systems, and branding. And the third thing is that you can't neglect your future. You need to always have a vision and mission in your mind. So how do you financially be ready for it? And the way we talked about retirement ready in the last session of our module 4, module 3. So the similarly, you need to be retirement ready for when you're doing your own business as well. So yeah, so first one we've taken is photographer and videographer. So they need to invest in their own skilling. For example, they need to know not only know the editing, the not only be familiar with the camera tricks, but also about storytelling techniques, so that they can sell their skill to people. And also they need to invest in their business in terms of upgrading the cameras, gear. How do they brand themselves? That's very important. And also for videographer and photographer, they may not have work throughout the year. So so I have a photographer and videographer who does my dance thing. So when he doesn't have this thing, he will do travel, or he gets into driving and all. So people plan their low phase of their profession also in a way, so that some income keeps coming in, and they also need to plan for their emergency fund. And whatever said and done, health is something which people should invest irrespective of the fact they are in a full-time job or their own work. So health insurance, health is something which cannot be disregarded in this way, but that's very important. And also, like any SIPs you can do, so that you have funds flowing for yourself, and also have a very well financial planning done for yourself, that what is the expense you need for yourself, your business, and for your future, so that you can divide the expense accordingly. And after the photographer and videographer, that comes a dancer or an artist life. And artist life is like, they need to invest in their skilling also. They need to do a lot of work, attend a lot of workshops, so that they are skilled in their craft basically. And also, if in case they want to invest, they're starting if they have a dance school, or they have an online platform or something, then they have to need take care of your digital media, social media. So they need to invest in that business also, get somebody to do it for them if they don't have it. And also for their future, they need to invest in a lot of things, like recurring deposits or FDs or funds whenever they need for their own performances or for their own work basically. So artist life is also not very, they will also not have a stable income. It will come in a phases basically. Some years you will have a lot of work, sometimes you might be traveling abroad, so those, they have to also look for sponsor also, so that they are their expenses and the school's expenses also is taken care. Same thing goes with any artist, of any musicians, any technicians basically. And next is like yoga instructor and fitness coach. So for example, um, even if you do a one if TTC from one institute, it is always required that they always update themselves, upskill themselves, so they know what are the needs of the different people and different age group, and which age group they want to do. So they could be yoga for old people, senior citizen. They could be for kids. There could be prenatal yoga. Could be therapy yoga, healing. So many modalities are there. So they need to understand their niche and accordingly skill themselves, invest in themselves. And also, again, looking at the do they want to invest in their business in the form of, do they want to have a studio, they don't want to do online, what platforms they wanted, or they wanted to do like a visitor studio once in a while and just be part of a bigger studio and just work for them. And these are or they want to do it in YouTube, they want to go live in Insta. So there are the things which they want to look at from the business perspective, and analyze it accordingly. The finance would depend whether it could be, if it's a studio, they need more investment. If it's an online platform, there's a lesser money invested required. And also, it's not necessary that they will have clients throughout, so they also need to plan their contingencies, that so that there is enough money for them to sustain for themselves, as well as for their business as well. And another interesting profession is of a consultant. They could be consultant like HR, finance, business consultants. For them also, they need to update themselves. Maybe it's an AI skill they need, the presentation skills they need to know about the regulations and whatnot. But whatever is needed for their business, they also need to, as a person, because here what happens when you are doing your own business, you yourself and the business are intertwined. So you become the ambassador of your business, so you need to invest in yourself, your grooming, your knowledge as well. And also when you're investing in business, you need to invest in your tools, the whatever professional website is needed, or the kind of network events you might have to go. And similarly for that business, again, if you want to invest for your future, then you need to have a diversified portfolio. Like in mutual funds you can invest, you can have SIPs, you can have small investments where you can get return in between, like after 2-3 years, so that you have some income coming in case you don't have a regular income. And let me go to the next one, which is of a life coach, and of life coach, therapist, and trainer. And life coach, I being a life coach, I know I'm also shifting from an employment to a self-employment. So the kind of things I need to go through before I build my business is upskilling. So I need to skill myself. Upgrade myself in a way that I'm no longer an employer, or not an employer for. I will be an employee for myself, but I'm not an employee anymore. So that kind of mindset is a big mindset change for me. And also, how do I have the business skills? So it's not only the skills required for coaching. Do I have the business skill? Do I have the niche ready for me? Do I have the people whom I will cater to? Those are things which I need to work on I'm open in the market. And whether I have website, and for my business, like a coaching business, I need to have a website, I need to have testimonials, I have to, because it's a word of mouth publicity for basically for coaches. If a coach is good and the coachee has a good experience, they will share it with other people, and more business would come in. So all those depends upon what your intentions are. And again, for a coach, you need to, all before getting into this field, you it takes time to establish, so you need to have your income coming in. So sometimes coaches have multiple source of incomes. So we will talk about the hustle culture in the last segment of our module 3, which is, I think, next Monday. And we'll also talk about breaks as well, because people do take breaks and for upskilling and then start their own venture also. That also will take up in the next session, which is this Friday. But yeah, these are the people invest not only in terms of money, tools, and skills, but also they take break time also for their profession if they want to shift their career. So a transition period is very difficult. But yeah, which we'll talk in the next sessions. Let me come to the next one, which is content writer, blogger, copywriter, and all. Again, they need to be well versed with AI tools, the art of storytelling, and the marketing psychology, all of those things. And also they need to how do they invest in businesses? They need to have a blog website out there, so that they need to create the visibility. So that's what they need to do for their business. Also understand the tools like Grammarly or AI tools, which will help them. And also they need to know how do they approach people as well. That's because that's through visibility, so they have to be there on the platforms. And also they need to keep their money in such a way that if they're not getting, if they're writers, they might get royalty. If this money is not coming, where they can put their money, so they can put it in mutual funds or a royalty income, which where they can look at the royalty income, what is coming for them, and for whom they are writing. And they can also look at the kind of business people, or if they're writing blogs and all, they can check what monthly revenue they can uh, receive and what kind of expense they have. So their lifestyle also comes into picture when you are a freelancer and a business. So you have to look at your lifestyle, the lifestyle you wanted for your business, and how you want to grow as well. So let me come to the next one. Again, it's again about social media managers, similar to the writers and the authors, the content writers. Same thing. You need to upskill. So the learning has to be there. They need to understand the communication channels if you're a social media manager or digital marketer, and what kind of tools you can invest in is like your Canva, Google Ads, and all. And then there are you can also investment is definitely needed for these people, because money is not going to be very regular for them unless until they're working for a good media person or the publications and all of those things. So they need to invest. From there they can get money whenever an emergency happens. So they need to have a goal based, more of a goal based budgeted or an emergency fund kind of a thing. And also a graphic designer, how will they invest in themselves? Similar to the other professions, they can invest in the tools, learning tools of the AI. And also they have to, for the business also, they need to learn about the software, what would help them get their work done in a very efficient manner. And also they also need to look at their leaner months. So whether they can put it in your, they can plan their PPFs, index funds, mutual funds, SIPs, all of this would help them. And also they can have a hustle culture as well. Like can have another passive income, so that they have another source of income when their normal business is not giving them that much of money. So the lean period can be used for any freelancer or a self-employed person. The lean periods have to be used creatively to upskill or upgrade themselves. And when there is a lot of work, they need to capitalize or maximize the money which comes to them. Are there any questions so far? I mean, I've covered few of them. And there is another interesting thing is makeup artist and fashion stylist, and also the voiceovers and video editors and script writers. So these are all upcoming. So earlier we have not seen this different kinds of professions on freelance basis, but right now it's up there, because everybody wants the power of time, they want the flexibility of time and will to work when they want to work. So right now makeup artists are also available on a call, that they don't have to, I mean, they can work with multiple clients in a day, and they can earn money accordingly. So it's for them, what happens is they need to brand themselves in such a way that they have to be up visible to people so that they can be hired for their work. Even the fashion stylists, like people, there are image consultants available. So all of those require to go through courses, upskill them, upgrade them, look at what trends are happening, what makeup styles are coming, what fashion is in the industry. They need to educate themselves with that, and also they represent these professions because they themselves are doing makeup. So they also need to be presentable, so they need to invest in themselves also. Not, I'm not saying that too much of makeup. What I'm trying to say is health, and also that they look like balanced people, so then only that energy comes into the other clients as well when they do the work. And investing in tools for them is also like they have to do their portfolio shoots, what kind of clients they have done work they've done earlier, so that people can look at their work and give them more work. And for them also, it's not an income which comes very regularly. So again, they need to plan for the emergency fund, budget for their goals, and also SIP mutual funds are very good examples of investing for them. And similarly, voiceover artists also, like they need to learn that modulation skill. So they might I was very fascinated when I heard a term called voice coaches. There are coaches who train people on voices so that their pace is fine, they know how to modulate their thing, and how they can create visual that impact which is needed. For example, for an ad, if they are doing a voiceover, what kind of impact they need to do. So those skilling they also need to do. And if they're talented and in that, then they get their due clients and due work as well, but they need to be there visible to people. And again, for them also, what works for them is also that money is should be there in their emergency fund, and they should budget it for goals, go as per their goals. Because again, money which may not be very unless until they are very comfortable with the clients and they have a regular client flow of inflow of money or clients, then only they have a steady income. Otherwise their income is also going to be up and down. So all these professions which I've talked so far, the same trend is there, that sometimes you will have too much of money, sometimes you have consistent money, sometimes you have very less of money, lean periods. So it's how a freelancer or a self-employed manages through these ups and downs, or the roller coaster ride, is what makes them stick to what they're doing basically. So Poonam, I've been speaking for a while. Do you want to go to the other professions?
Sure, Smita. Before that, if any audience have any question or they would like to share anything, um, then we will be happy to hear from you. Okay. Smita, could you
Can you see
please?
the screen?
Yes, yes, Smita. Uh, it's little wider now.
Yeah, let me do.
I,
Is
I,
it better?
I, It's better. It's better. Just like the AI prompt designer, earlier the AI is not there. Now the AI that's it's that this generation is the AI generation, and we all use the AI. But the AI prompt designers are the one who write specifically that's how to give the command to the AI so we get the desired results. For these kind of professionals, investment is not only for retirement, is not what they get at the time of retirement. It's all about what they are learning, how they are improving themselves on the different platforms, on the various AI tools, how they write creatively. If they learn all this, these are the real investment they are making on themselves. If they make this investment on them, these investments on themselves, then of course it will reward multifold in the future. And once they build it, it's not sufficient. It's important that they should build on their business. For example, they now build their skills. Now they should start providing these services to the additional businesses, to the online or offline, whatever they can do. And of course, in terms of retirement, whatever money they are getting, because there is no certainty of future,
Yeah.
whatever they are earning, they should start investing something in their for their future requirements. First, they need to build the emergency fund, as we discussed in the earlier session. That's because income is not even, it's even and odd throughout the period. So save something for the rainy days kind of thing. And now is the small kirana shops. What changes we all have observed is their investment is earlier the kirana shop accept the money only in the form of cash. Now they have upgraded themselves because they have upgraded the UPI systems. Now they start taking the things payments online. They start making the payments to the suppliers online. They all need to learn this. This is the investment. And those who don't learn this, there are still the rarest few. They are still, they have become outdated. They are not in the pace. So it's important that it's, we say that's what is the need of investing to the kirana wala. So these people also need to upgrade themselves regularly, that how to maintain the inventory, how to manage the store, which things need to be kept at what place. They should all learn this. And even those who are just running the business from years, they are running like this. But the investment should be made on the building the business for the growth of the business. For example, if they're running a smaller shops, then how to run a bigger shop, providing the more services to the customers. They need to build on their business as well. So this is the investments in thinking, in planning, not in terms of only money, in terms of time, in terms of upgradation they need to make. For example, the home delivery system, which is more popular nowadays. So even a small kirana shop, even I have seen the vegetables and the fruits sellers, they also started delivering, making the home delivery. So they are the innovation they are making to their business. So this is not only the one, not restricted to this. There are many things like POS system they can upgrade. They can maintain some software to make the entry, and there are many things one can think of to invest in business. And of course, uh, never required to say again that for because they have not the regular and the equal income every month, they should invest something for their retirement, for their future, for their emergency. uh, Smita, could you please?
Yeah, yeah. Next one is about the driver and the delivery services. Yeah, carry on.
Yes, a driver and the delivery services. Similarly, like if you drive your car yourself, then learning the Google Maps, learning the new routes, updating with the licensing requirement and the rules are important. Similarly, it's the most important for drivers who are running these cars. So the logistic systems, if there is some app is there which tracks something additionally, or there are new navigation system, or there are new features in the car, they should all learn this. Because those who do not learn this, if they do not make investment in themselves by learning, they will be like, they will be far behind in the game. So most important investment is investment in learning skills. And once they learn the skill, then they need to apply it to their business. For example, the driver, they can buy rented taxes, and once they buy uh, rented taxes and they learn all the systems, with the money they save for their future, they can reinvest in their business and they can grow their business, so that the growth of the business will eventually bring them the better results, and along with the retirement and the future purpose. And we have seen like I see a couple of them, not many. I have seen the YouTube videos where some bakers or the um, or some smart women, they tell what are the various cuisines, etc., how to make them, and what are the various recipes they tell. So it's the one time they learn is not sufficient. They also learn and invest in themselves by learning into different recipes over the period of time. So investing in this and learning the new techniques is the one they can by which they can invest on themselves. And investing in business, of course, when they are doing all this, then they can write a recipe book for the growth of their business. Yes, those who are popular, they can write a recipe book so that it's not become their present income. It will generate some future income, which which when they are not serving, it will generate some income from them. And of course, they can invest by providing the online cooking classes, selling their courses, etc. This way, they can expand their business. They can invest in their business actually, besides investing money and many other options. This is the one
So
thing.
I'm going to the
And
next one. Poonam, just move to the next one. Yeah, but yeah, carry on. Yeah.
okay, so like others we just discussed, there are the people. So everybody who is whether into the job or the profession need to invest in oneself. That investments may be lower or maybe less required if the person is not very technical. But for all the technical people like medical professionals, doctors, chartered accountants, engineers, architectures, their professions demand such a high quality of skill upgradation on a regular basis. So unless they invest in themselves by learning, upgrading themselves, they will be they will be outdated. For example, if a chartered accountant is not learning about the new laws, GST, those who are in the GST practice or the income tax practice, they are not learning the rule, they will be soon outdated. And similarly, AI is there. If they are not learning the AI, even the medical professionalists, they won't be regarded as valuable as those who are investing in themselves. So, for all the professionals, it's very important and very, very important to first invest on themselves. And of course, the next is investing in business. Business is like for a chartered accountant, if doing the traditional services now cannot sustain in future, they have to do something new. For example, a chartered accountant who has learned AI now need to train or educate his clients on the AI things which their clients can do themselves. And of course, for the technical things, he has to assist it, he or she has to assist it. So building such a business tools, for example, automation of certain things which was earlier done manually, a technical person has to do all these things. And all these professionals, be it chartered accountant, doctors, so they may or may not have the same stream of income every month. So for their retirement, they have to think from the very beginning, from the start of their career, and should just like everybody, they should start investing some funds somewhere. I think for all the professionals, lawyers, it helps true.
Yeah. So I'm just stopping my presentation now here. So probably we've covered examples of various professions. So what comes is like, yes, three things are very important as we mentioned earlier, right, Poonam? Like personal, business, and future. All three needs to go hand in hand. And also people who, and I think post-COVID only this has come up, right? Post-COVID only this options of freelancing and self-employed has started coming up more because people have started utilizing their time that they can do a lot of things from their home as well. So even a lot of women who thought that they need to go out and earn money, now they can sit at home also and generate enough money for which they don't have to depend on anybody else as well. So like home chefs have come in, tutors have come in, even chartered accountants who are doing those old taxation work and all. Now they're into personal finance coaching, and they've also upgraded themselves with AI, etc. So yeah, are there any questions? Vidya, you're there. Are there any question you have in your mind for us? So at the end, Poonam, what I would say is like people should invest in for learning. One thing is learning. One thing is, or for emergency funds, and also invest in such a way that they're every time they're ready, future ready or retirement ready. Whenever they need to stop working, or they don't want to earn money through their work, and they want to just leave everything and just take a break. They enough have enough money as well. So yeah,
Absolutely.
we are just coming to an end of the session now because there's nothing more we want to add. This is the main things, like investing means this only, and it's this the mindset has to be changed to a growth mindset where you see yourself, your business, and your future also growing in terms of monetary terms as a and also as an individual. So people only think that keep how money is coming, what money is coming, when is it coming. But when you start investing in yourself in business, it's a matter of time. Things would pick up the required pace and you will start earning. Initial struggles are there. They are all teething problems. That's what I will say. Yeah, Punam?
Indeed, Smita, right. You rightly said, and needless to say, everybody is aware that investing on oneself must include the investing on health first, because be it the job
Yes.
seeker or the freelancer or the self-employed, because we are the real asset, and our health is the first and the foremost things we should invest in. So take care of your health first, investing on yourself, your mind, your mindset, your creativity. That's the biggest asset. So keep investing on yourself, your business growth, and of course for your retirement. With this, Smita, what's the topic for the next week?
So next one is very interesting. It is about breaks, career breaks, sabbatical. So how do you plan for it and what can you do? So people take maternity breaks as well. So, but can you plan for it? Can you do all of those things? We'll talk about it more in the next one. And after that, and I think the next is also important when we compare to today's session because freelancers or self-employed people go through transition also, so that there comes a break in their life as well. So we'll talk about that there. And also, we'll talk about the hustle culture in the next session, which is again related to what we are talking today for the freelancers and the self-employed, because people want to see how much they can do along with their job and when they should switch over. So we'll talk about these two also in the upcoming two sessions. So I hope you found this session useful, and probably we're also getting coming to an end to our masterclass series as well, Poonam.
Yes, very soon.
Yeah. So I had a good time going through all this journey of these modules, basically preparing for it for these sessions as well. It gave me a lot of insight for my life also, that how I was transitioning from a corporate role to a coach role and what kind of investments and skills I needed, because I'm a creative person. So I wanted to ensure that the pause I've taken right now from what I was doing earlier, it's serving me well. It's like an investment in myself.
Yes, Mata, no need to emphasize more on this, but learning on oneself and observing, giving time to yourself is the biggest investment you are making. Maybe it is not having any direct cost, but your time in terms of money you are spending on yourself, it's the most
It's very
important thing. That's the most important thing. And with this, I think we are
important.
good to that. I'm observing, I'm also enjoying this period. And with this, I'm also learning with the sessions while sharing or discussing the things. Thank you, Smita. And till the time we meet next time, anything would you like to just say to
No, I just want people to just chill and enjoy life, not be too serious in thinking about life, but let it go with the flow and enjoy every phase of life. And
uh,
let's call it a wrap for today and enjoy till we meet next. I mean, enjoy every time, but yeah, till we meet next, take care of yourself. We'll definitely come with more information for the next two sessions. Take care.
so
Bye, everyone.
till the
Uh,
next time, smartly invest in yourself. Till the next time, and the retirement, future planning, and the business planning, sure, you will take care when you invest in yourself. So invest well in yourself. Till the next time, have a great time. Bye bye.